The time is nigh. Open up your eyes to see the signs of the times. Got to be wise to all of their lives. Look to the sky from where my help comes. Wake up, got to wake up from the slumber. Don't let them pull you under. Rise up of the water. Never let them wrestle you into the mud.
Yes, family, greetings. yeah. Greetings in the name of His and Her Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, Empress Rosera Menin. Y'all already know, man. One perfect balance. Greetings again and welcome to Politically Incorrect, where we get it correct. And if we not correct, feel free to correct us. Yes, it's a magnificent money-making Monday. Why I say money-making Monday? Why not? Why not, man? You got to do what you got to do. Make it happen for you and the family. Take care of the loved ones. You know, you got school coming up. So we got things we got to deal with for sure. Speaking of things to deal with, there's a number of stuff going on. We're going to definitely touch on stuff tonight. Yes, man. If you're not outraged, you're not paying attention. You're not paying attention. We're going to discuss something that I can't let slip by. I'm sure y'all going to agree with me once you hear it. Yes, Ralph Thorne finally opened up to some of the things he's willing to do. And one of them jumped right out to me. So I want to discuss that. I think this was in his press conference the other day. Definitely going to take a review of that. Plus something that Miss Dujon said that I might got some questions for her too. Just some questions. Perhaps she'll come on the platform. We can have a conversation. Exactly what they mean, I don't know. I'm not guessing. Maybe you can tell me what you think they mean. I don't know. But she also said some stuff that I thought was, I mean, like again, you know, politically incorrect. we just have questions, family. So that's all it is, man. So having said that, go tell a friend to tell a friend that Politically Incorrect is up and running for sure, for sure, for sure. Someone said to me to listen to my theme song. I really wasn't sure what they meant by that. I don't know if that was a subliminal or not. But anyhow, I'm going to listen to it tonight. I'm assuming they mean the one that I played earlier. I don't know, but we're going to drop the intro really quick. In the meantime, while I drop this intro, go tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Yeah?
Greetings, family. This is Indra, and you are watching Politically Incorrect. Politically Incorrect. Yeah. Politically Incorrect.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Real news for the people in real time. Politically incorrect. Reality from the man. Royal elected, time to get in place for real news for the people in real time.
Yes, real news for the people in real time. That's what's up. Y'all already know, man. All right, so we talked about the system that was flowing through the region. Y'all already know. Let me just click to the live radar real quick and take a look at this thing. This thing looking kind of, you know, huge. I don't know. Like I said, I wanted to get the Weather Channel. I wanted to actually play the video. I'll look and see if I can find it. There's a guy I watch right now who does the weather on YouTube. It's not, well, I don't know if it's in Barbados or not. Let me not put it that way. I'm not sure if it's filmed in Barbados or not, but let me see if I can pull this up really quick because I definitely want to, let me put this one here. I definitely want to touch on that again. Like I said, I think we should pay attention to it. I don't remember the guy's name. In fact, wait a minute. I should be able to find that, man. Hold on a second. Yeah. The weatherman. Yeah, there you go. So this is the most 11 hours ago. 11 hours ago would have been the latest update. Like he said, okay. Where we at in this? 3 days ago. Okay. Let me just drop this here real quick. Just want to give you all an update, like I said, just so we can pay attention to what's going on. You know, it's been raining a lot lately. I've been seeing what's happening. We know what's going on, but we want to look at this thing a bit. So let me just go back here. We start to talk about it. I don't need the whole thing, but we're going to touch on it briefly. Briefly? Yeah, I think briefly. All right. So having said that, though, like I said, family, we definitely going to discuss some other stuff tonight. We're gonna get into that too. I see it right there. Good night to you too, General. All is well, all is well. Miss Critchlow, I see you too. Divine greetings to you and the family and the entire family. Monica, we see you too. Greetings to you too. Good night. Blessed love. Jackie, greetings to you too and the whole family. Tyrone, salute to you too. Tonight we got Tyrone. I'm telling you right now. Finally, I've been asking questions, but Mr. Thorne finally came out and spoke some stuff. And I do have some advice for Mr. Ralph Thorne. I don't know who around him is advising him, but I definitely got some stuff to say, and I sincerely hope he pays enough attention. If he's really serious, I am sure he will. If he's wise, that is, wisdom right now will dictate and not emotions. But I definitely got some stuff I want to share, Tyrone. Stick around. Good night to you too, Beverly. We see you. We see you. I was saying the same thing today. Money Mondays, money market Mondays, man. Beverly, how you feeling, man? I trust that all is well with you, much better. And also shout out to the sister and her family from that situation. QEH, I mean, let's leave it at that for now, but know that he's home, he's better. We got to keep family. Look, man, I ain't gonna say it, man. Whenever you get medication from a doctor or hospital or wherever, do some research on it. That's all I'm going to tell you. Just do some research on it. Yes, they tell you it's for A, B, and C, but just check out what they claim are the side effects. I often tell people the side effects aren't side effects. They're also elements of what you're taking and need to be mindful and weigh the pros and the cons. King Alfred, greetings, family. Oh, wait a minute. Labor Day today is Monday. Oh, yeah. NYC. All right. Shout out to my New York people, celebrating the Labor Day. I don't too celebrate Labor Day at all. In fact, I got some not so good memories of Labor Day in New York, man. At all. But it's all good, family. Princess, we see you. Greetings. Love to you and the family as well. Sean, I see you. Sean, you're early. See, told you. Okay, I see you sharing it with your people. That's right. Share it. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tim, I see you too, all the way from Canada. Make sure you check in. Let us know where you're from. Make sure you go tell your friend. Share this on your WhatsApp group. Share this with your family group. Let your Bajan posse know that we got some stuff to discuss. For sure. Folks be telling me to share it with them. I'd be like, man, I don't know how. That's like impossible, man. There's so many people. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, got you. I see you. No problem, my brother. Jackie, you enjoying the Parkway, the concrete jungle. Greetings, Noel. You from Barbados? You're internationally known, Noel. Everybody in the world knows you, man. Even Trump know you. Even Donald Trump knows you, family. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Politically incorrect, on and popping. Listen, though, man. Listen, man. Listen, there's something I got to share tonight. It's going to be a little disturbing. I'm going to say it in the early. It's going to be disturbing, but it has to be disturbing because we're going to deal with it. Because if nobody else is seeing this, somebody got to say it. So, why not? Why not me? Why not me? So politically incorrect. Buckle your seatbelt. Be taxiing on the runway. Maria, we see you. Greetings to you too, family. If I see you advertising rabbit meat again here, Maria, I tell you, man, I'm gonna make you hop. Yep. Look. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, y'all gotta stop messing with them bunnies, man. I mean, who like it. Peace to you too, Daffodilla. But Bugs Bunny, how you gonna eat Bugs Bunny? Like, come on, man. Who does that? I suppose the same thing for those who eat Flipper, right? Yeah. Empress, I see you too. Greetings, fam. Greetings, greetings, greetings. I definitely got to drop some science tonight, family. If you're now joining, like I said, we're going to discuss some stuff pertaining to the DLP situation, not in its entirety in terms of what's going on internally, but regarding a press conference that I saw the other day with Mr. Ralph Thorne and his part of his cabinet. I want to answer a few questions. There's some things that were said that I'm not clear on. I'm not sure if anybody else saw it, but we're going to ask some questions on politically incorrect so we get some clarity. Not to mention, there's been some folks who've been resigning left, right, and center. Predominantly women, at least to my knowledge, but that ain't a good look, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like, look, say what you want to say, right? Something ain't right, man. Something ain't right. Just saying, man. Nevertheless, shout out to all the banner, all my Guyanese family, Demerara for life. Y'all already know. Pick up the whole GT, the whole Guyana. Shout out to the whole indigenous people, the original people. Everybody ain't come across in a boat. We know that. We know that. They can't trick us. Oh man, the brother said, well, those rats, I was saying the same thing about rabbit meat today. Oh man, listen, I don't want nobody saying that word rat on here. I don't want nobody to mistakenly think I'm trying to throw some shade at the brother. You know, that's not what it is, man. Not at all. Although Barbados does have a rat infestation, if y'all not paying attention, the rats are everywhere and they're huge, which is funny because the size rats you see now in the country, you would normally see in town. Not no more. It look like town rats left town. All them new garbage cans. See, I tell y'all, man, before the rats could have, dip in the plastic, by side of the road next to the blue can and thief out a little leftover food. Now you got these fancy bins with these super tight seals. Rats can't eat, family can't eat. Rats eating all kind of other stuff. They eating anything that chewable. So I ain't know we fix one problem. Looks like we created the next with the other one. Anyhow, family, go tell a friend to tell a friend. I want to get into this thing like ASAP. We ain't got much time, so we're going to run this down tonight differently. So having said that, let me go ahead and do this. Let me start with us sharing the screen off the top. Y'all already know what time it is, man. So there was a press conference the other day. And just for the record, yeah, so there's some things that were shared in the press conference, and I want to touch on it, like I would normally do with any other, press conference. So, where's the cats for the rats? Cats don't eat rats no more. It don't look like it, Sean. I am not sure. I am really not sure. But go tell a friend to tell a friend, family. Like, for real, for real. I'm going to play this briefly. And so help me, man. There's some questions I have and some comments I want to make, because I think it's high time we touch on some things that hadn't been touched on, because like I said, it's okay to have an opposition go in there and highlight all of what the government is doing wrong. We want to hear some viable alternative solutions to these wrongs. We can't debate the government stealing funds every time we're speaking, because in reality, it's just that. We're talking and people like the talk because they like the talk. But liking the talk don't mean that there's a solution to the talk. In fact, let me just touch this real quick. So let's get into this real quick. Let's get into this. Let's get into this, man. You know where you. Let me touch it.
First of all, Mr. Thorne, you mentioned about a dignified departure as relates to Ms. Watson. In your opinion, do you think that it was dignified in the way that she was informed about her departure to the South, being notified by the meeting?
I don't know how she was informed. Let her say how she was informed.
Did you inform her?
She was informed.
Officially?
On Sunday, I believe she was at the place.
But no official correspondence.
I haven't written to her. If you want me to make up a lie, I could. I'm here to tell the truth.
Know what? I'm not even going to touch that.
I announced it. I announced it on Sunday during my speech. and I have no intention of revisiting. I'm not going to make an issue of that. There are too many things happening in Barbados, and the media, mainstream nor social media, will draw me into any further contention, rancor, war on that. It's done. It's done. And people in Barbados are still suffering. It is not the main item on this country's agenda. It's done. This is the new senator here. The Senate is fully constituted, 21 persons. And I'm not going to be drawn into any discussion of how people heard, when they heard, why they did not hear. That is not an issue for us. It is not. I hope nobody gets killed this weekend. I hope nobody gets killed next week, nor the week after. I pray that nobody gets killed. I pray that prices in the supermarkets stay at the level they are now. That's what I'm praying for. I am not revisiting nonsense. And I will not be drawn into it. I have given the media a history of these matters. You know, I forgot to mention Maria Aga. You know, the media never went around asking, this lady was expelled while she was in the parliament. And the media did not go around asking, why is it that the persons who brought the complaint against her sat in judgment over her? The principle of natural justice was violated to this young lady's disadvantage. Was not made a big story then. It is not a big story now, but that lady, that bright young lady, dentist, politician, her career, her political career was destroyed. We don't treat that as an issue because nobody cares about her. She was expelled while she was a member of parliament. She went to a parliament as a member of the Barbados Labour Party and endured her final days in that parliament in the wilderness. Nobody in the media, mainstream nor social, came to her defense with any sympathetic regard. Not a fella. Let the lady go with her dignity intact. I will not be drawn into any further discussion on it.
Follow up to that question.
Okay. Well, we appreciate Mr. Thorne making that clear. Just a note, according to Ms. Watson, she wasn't actually there, Mr. Thorne. Maybe somebody looked like her, but she wasn't actually there. But let's get into the part that is most important.
You mentioned more practical issues.
More important is
Crime.
We're living in the middle of it.
crime.
What are your solutions?
My solutions, if you listen to me in parliament, I don't want to shout at you.
All right. Since he doesn't want to shout, let me just switch positions here carefully, because this is where I want to definitely, advise Mr. Thorne. And I'm sure if he asks Lumumba from BIAP, I'm sure he would share the same thing. Because I remember at one point, this idea he's about to say isn't a new idea. We've heard this before, but unfortunately, it is flawed immensely. But let me let Thorne talk about it first.
While I was in the LP parliamentary group, I addressed the parliament and I talked about 4 strategic approaches to crime. The immediate.
I'm sorry. 4 approaches to deal with the crime in Barbados. Y'all got to pay attention to this because, like I said, I've normally heard Mr. Thorne speak. He speaks about the media and he speaks to the media about what's going on in Parliament, the extensive travels, the extravagant airfares, the mismanagement, the cricket, 50 million, the Less Hope project, a number of things he speaks on in terms of finances. I've never really heard him speak about things he wants to do if he actually makes it in the position to be able to do stuff. So this was a big thing for me, and I was happy that Thorne was finally opening up, because I was like, Thorne, come on, like, that's why I told you, come on the platform, let's have a conversation. Like, I don't want to hear about the mismanagement of funds. Like the Auditor General gives us that report every single year. Like, we all know the government is mismanaging money, Thorne. That approach to the opposition isn't original and certainly isn't without, it has its merit, but we know. He tells us every year, we know. what we would like to hear, Mr. Thorne, are what are your plans? What are your initiatives? What are the, how you plan to impact these social issues that are plaguing Barbados that you so eloquently often speak about? So this was a first for me. So there's 4 issues he's going to outline now in terms of how he's going to tackle this issue with crime. So let's see what happens here. Okay. Let me go ahead and play this. Let me just jump back here a second. Now, this is important, family. And I mean, this is so important. Like, I don't know who is advising him. And let me let him tell you first. Let me let him tell you first. Let me let him get into it. Hang on a second. Mr. Thorne, if you're watching, man, pay attention because, you're going to learn today.
4 strategic approaches to crime. The immediate one, the military response. That's your camera? The immediate one, the military response.
Okay, so the first thing Mr. Thorne wants to do in his response to crime in Barbados is the military response. The military response. I don't know which podcast we did this on. We had this conversation maybe a year or 2 ago. I don't even remember, where we talked about how the military being deployed to fight crime. That was first done in Europe, Mr. Thorne. I know you like your history and you like your words and your Greek philosophy and this kind of stuff, but do some research on this. It was first introduced in Europe, the military. The problem is that soldiers are trained to kill. They're not trained to negotiate, not trained to think, to assess a situation. They have 2 modes, Mr. Thorne. It's called on and off. And that's not to say that, they don't have the ability to think or, reason things. It's just that, understand, they go away for a while, like the police, and they undergo a series of training. That training is to put them in a state of consciousness where they respond to one thing, the commands they're given. And so when you say that you want to introduce the military, I remember when Lamamba and I, we were in St. Kitts, when St. Kitts was having pretty much a similar issue. Is probably was far worse than we're at right now. I think they were having about 1 murder every 10 hours or something like that. It was just crazy. And so one of the ministers thought it'd be a good idea to actually bring Israeli special forces, military, to train police and deal with the young men, the gangs. Well, we went on a program on the radio, the media, basically discredit that. I mean, again, you can shout the mama and ask him, he'll tell you firsthand. That's not such a good idea. Because if you're going to induce the military as a mechanism to deal with crime, then what you are invariably saying, like Trinidad, is like you're going to give the military permission to hunt and kill. Because that's what they do. They're hunters. They're trained killers. That's what they do. Now, the police might be trained to negotiate and intervene and whatnot, and different. It's a different breed of class. But the military approach, Mr. Thorne, is definitely, absolutely not a good idea. And if I had to say it myself, I would say it, but I'll let one of your counterparts say it, me personally speaking. You can answer questions. That is definitely without question. If this is your approach, Mr. Thorne, pull it back. You need to sit down, have some conversations. I'm going to give you a name to go and look up. Akhenaten. Remember, I'm telling you this, Mr. Thorne. I'm speaking directly to you. Forget all that other stuff going on in the media and all the yapping. I'm talking to you, Mr. Thorne. Go look up Akhenaten and how he dealt with crime in his time. Go look that one up. You really want to, if you keep saying you for the people and you trying to make moves and you trying to help Barbados, well, all I'm saying is if that is your objective, if you sincerely looking to do that to better this nation, I'm advising you so that, go look up Akhenaten and see what he did in order to resolve the issue of crime in his time, especially when it came to the youth. This ain't nothing new that we're going through. It ain't nothing new. There's nothing new under the sun. Remember that. But hold on.
To the legislative response.
Okay, so the legislative response. One can only assume when you say legislative, you mean change the laws to suit the crimes that are taking place. What are you suggesting, Mr. Thorne? Harsher sentencing? I mean, when you again, just questions, Mr. Thorne. I'm not questioning you as a man. I got some questions for you, though. For you. When you say legislative, what do you mean? Do you mean that you're going to give stiffer penalties for crimes? Because I remember again, man, Lamar and I was in St. Kitts this time? I think St. Kitts. I can't remember. We've been to a few islands, you know, you tend to lose track. Been inside the prisons. I remember seeing young men who I know minds aren't developed even to the capacity where they fully grasp yet what they really have done. And 14, 15 years old, when we ask those young men, yo, so you in prison, like, yo, you know, like, how much time you got? I remember one young man telling us, oh, man, yeah, well, I got 24 years. Or I got 30 years. It's like, well, wait a minute. You how old? 15? You 15 years old and you got 20-something years doing prison? You got 30 years doing prison? Like, what is this? All because somebody manipulated that young man, most likely an adult, to pursue a certain path and then equip them with the necessary tools to facilitate the crime, which in this case might have been a homicide or anything along those lines. My point I want to make is that, again, deploying the military is the absolute worst idea, Mr. Thorne. I don't mean to shout, but I'm speaking to you. It's the absolute worst idea you could conceive. I'm going to assume somebody told you that's a good idea, or I don't know where you got it from, but it's absolutely, trust me, ridiculous. The legislative aspect, well, you know, stiffer penalties aren't going to deter the youths, because if they don't value life, if they do not value life, the life that they go there and they take as they see fit so randomly, what make you think they gonna value their own? You giving them more time don't mean nothing. They don't, that don't click. It don't click. So when you say that, again, I'm not sure what you meant by that, but it'd be nice to know and to hear from you at some point what exactly you mean by that, personally speaking.
And those are two with immediate effect.
See, there you go, right there. You know you done messed up, right, Ralph? Like, for real. You know, you don't mind me calling you Ralph. Well, Mr. Thorne is an elder, respectfully. You know you done messed up right there. How you going? Military and new legislation. Okay. That's immediate. That's your first objective. Like, how do you plan to deploy the military to deal with the crime? How do you plan to put legislative action in place to deal with the crime? We would like to know, Mr. Thorne. We would like to know.
The other two are more long-term, but they're necessary. The socio-economic.
Which I thought would have been first, quite frankly, but anyhow, I'll let you tell it.
That is to say, giving people employment and worthy employment. That's difficult, but it has to be done. You have to commit resources to the young people of this country rather than committing $188 million to allow a prime minister to travel the world and to seek photo opportunities with presidents. I'm saying it because I'm angry. I'm shouting not at you, Ms. Hoyt, but I'm shouting at the government. It is time that the government stop. 3 people go to China last week to say that they are declaring that Barbados is in solidarity with one China policy.
Oh, no, man.
A waste of public monies.
You said one, wait, hold on, one policy? Wait, what?
To say that they are declaring that Barbados is in solidarity with one China policy.
One China policy. I do. Look, Ralph, you can't make this stuff up. Like, is that really what they went for? Who knows?
A waste of public monies. When the welfare department is crying out for more money to give to its candidates, and y'all come in here asking me about whether I gave somebody a message. Well, the fourth response is this, the cultural response. It is time that this government discourages our young people from displaying themselves in a vulgar manner. It is time this government stops conveying to young people in this country that material acquisition is the only form of success and fulfillment.
Well, I admire your approach, Mr. Thorne, and I must say this, if I say nothing else.
Somebody advising you wrong.
Terribly wrong, Mr. Thorne. Terribly wrong.
They can't be your friends and your allies when they're advising you wrong.
Yeah, I have to say that, man. Somebody's advising you wrong, Mr. Thorne, because if you want to deal with the issues in Barbados right now pertaining to the youths, like I could give you a whole plan right now, like right off the top. And I think you got it backwards. What you have there could probably work, maybe in a different reality. That's not where we at as a nation. And we do not want that for our people, let alone our children. So why don't you flip that upside down, Ralph? Let's start with the culture first. You see, go check out Akhenaten. Akhenaten. Go look up that name. Any similarity in appearance is solely coincidental. But go look it up. On a serious note, I'm going to give you this advice. Go look it up and take a look again. And you got the horse before the cart, Mr. Thorne, because if you deal with the cultural aspect and teach the youth knowledge of self, teach them who they are, give them a sense of pride and sense of dignity, you ain't got to worry about them committing crime against each other. And while you're doing that, the social construct that you need, that you're referring to, that you seem is so difficult, it's not difficult at all. It really isn't. You need to give faith a call. If anything, Barbados National Congress, we got a whole plan. That is not a problem. I mean, I don't want to put that on the air right now, but if you holler, we could talk. Outside of that, as far as the law goes, you know, right, that we ain't really had the issue with the law. You know, the law by itself is established to do one thing and one thing only. That's to marginalize a particular group of individuals, because we all know that once you got enough paper, none of that law don't apply to you. It don't apply to you. So the law only impacts those who are impoverished, because once you got enough money, you don't have to worry about the law. Facts. Which means that there's no need for the military. You could give those guys some other work to do. I'm sure we could find something more meaningful for them. There's no civil unrest here. These guys are sitting there doing nothing, because their only job, and the only job they have, the only job they can complete, is to basically oppress their own people. That's what they're trained to do. Ain't nobody invading Barbados. Is nobody invading Barbados. And even if they chose to invade Barbados, the defense force by itself wouldn't be able to stop it. Not any major country anyhow. They would need assistance. And that's not a put down in any form or fashion. Those guys are probably well trained. I'm simply saying they don't have the capacity to do it. A couple guns, a couple trucks. Come on, you for real? High stakes, man. You guys working off of satellite missiles and drone killer drones and stuff. Barbados ain't got none of that stuff, man. You guys be like sitting ducks. So you need to flip that whole thing around, Mr. Thorne. That I think that would really do more for the people of Barbados than the approach you are looking at. If that four is what you are bringing out first, the two that are effective immediately, Mr. Thorne, with all due respect, right? Somebody advising you wrong, man. Like super wrong. Like for real. But there was something else I wanted to touch on really quick again. Like I said, I don't want to belabor that point. But there was something, wait, hold on. Let me check the comments. I don't want to get too far ahead of what's going on. Where we at? The solution is to build the island without politicians on it. Sure, you're being funny. You're being funny. Greetings, family. We see you. Brian said it's too good to be true. Well, you know, the billionaires plan to build one anyway. Anything is possible nowadays. Facts. Stop conflating issues. We're discussing your actions, which somehow wreak the impropriety. Don't bring up other people's shortcomings. The good book admonishes us to shun the very appearances of evil. Ooh, despotic much. You need to be in parliament, man. That's what that sounds like. Greetings to you too, Sharon. Long time no see, family. Beverly, so much is going on around us. You think? Wait till I play the next clip. I got again, there's some questions. We aren't billionaires, unfortunately. Brian, speak for yourself. I don't know what you're talking about. We're not billionaires, man. Shucks. You need to go check Fade out, man. Military yeah, Beverly. That's the plan. Military. Shout out to Omar, man. Greetings to you, brother. Greetings to you. Are you the people continuing to place your confidence in hopeless places of people? Well, I'm not, look, they say that this is the guy, everybody keep messaging me, why you against Ralph? I'm like, I'm not against Ralph. Wait, when have I ever said I'm against Ralph? All I said is I have some questions to ask Mr. Thorne. That's it. I mean, I think any right-thinking person, if he's looking to speak on behalf of the opposition, those who had opposed prior to him crossing the floor, there was an opposition before he crossed the floor. For some reason, people seem to have fallen asleep. Yeah, he said it. Folks like they done gone to sleep. So because he crossed the floor, so what? What that mean? We was already in opposition to what was going on in Barbados. We've been talking about it for years. So all I'm saying is that, wait a minute. So he crossed the floor, right? So he speak on behalf of the people. He's the voice on the inside, according to some. No big deal, but we still have our voice. So we still have questions. I have some questions to Ralph. In fact, I have some questions for the other lady. What's her name? Felicia Dujon. While we at it. Show it to you, cuz I see you, Rastaman. Greetings, family. Hope you're enjoying your Labor Day. Somebody said this man is a disaster in the making. Well, I'm not saying he is. I'm saying he might just be misinformed and ill-advised. He might need to change his advisors, man. His body language says it all, man. I don't know. I don't know. He's just he's passionate about what he's different than Tyra. He's passionate, so it comes across like that. So don't read into it too much, because Tyra is passionate as well, and you know how it go, man. Just body language. Tim, I like it though. And he's going to finance the public by using finesse the public by using big fancy words. I don't know if they're big and fancy. I mean, I hear him loud and clear. Then again, ain't you ordinary? It seems crime is here to stay. It's like COVID. No. You see, crime is linked to two things, and we must be honest about it. It's psychological, where people do things for psychological reasons. They have psychological issues and need help. And then there's the impoverished reality that's directly linked to crime and prison. So in order to address crime, you can't address crime with the military. You address crime like how you address a cough. You got to first identify if the person has a virus or they have allergies. You can't treat allergies with virus medication, and you can't treat a virus with allergy medication. You got to first ascertain which one, what's causing this. Is it psychological? Is it social condition? And you address it from there. Shout out to the elder, man, Bishai. Big shout out to the elder. Love all day. Think he is a traitor, point blank. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know. I can't see. He didn't betray me, so I can't speak to that. He's a politician. He was in the BLP, whatever it is. My thing is, right now he's saying he's speaking on behalf of the people. That's fine with me. But there's some things I got to ask you, since you represent the people. I'm not hearing you speak on. I hear you speak of the money I keep hearing you speak on that, but I'm not hearing you speak on the matters that matters most. For example, in fact, no, let me play this clip first. Let me do this first, because this one right here, now, I've known this sister for a little while in passing. I don't know her personally, but we have spoken on many occasions. When it comes to politics, I've always admonished her to, push and continue doing work, encourage and whatnot, for the sake of the people. But I heard something the other day that I wasn't quite sure about, and I just want Ms. Dujon, if she's watching, if she gets a chance to watch, or somebody could tell her that I asked a question. Well, I'll let her tell you first.
I'm getting ahead of myself. And I beg your pardon, Mr. John. We now go on to Ms. Dujon to introduce yourself. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to add that I'm a proud woman and, of course, a feminist from the Democratic Liberal Party. I believe in gender justice and equality for all men and women. And
okay, wait, hold on a minute. Wait. Let me go back there a second. Let me just go back there a second. Just a second. Like I said, I'm not being disingenuous. I just, maybe I've seen too much in my time, for my time. Some folks say I'm an old soul. I don't know where to get that from. But then again, shout out to Aunt Rose, man, because wait, what you just said? Like I
beg your pardon, Mr. John. We now go on to this.
listen, family. If I'm incorrect, please somebody correct me. Is my number on the screen somewhere there? Is my number not on the screen? Hang on a second. Let me put that up there. Remember, tune into Politically Incorrect every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's on at 8 p.m. or shortly thereafter, depending on whether network, whatever. Please like and share it. You really gotta like, but definitely share it with your people. Subscribe if you want to. You don't have to, but definitely share it. Tell a friend and tell a friend. That's what's up. If you want to support the program, there's a PayPal account. My email is eBarilia, or you can call me on WhatsApp. That's my own plug. Having said that, if I'm wrong about this, please call me and tell me.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to add that I'm a proud woman.
Yeah, so Ms. Dujon is a proud woman, and we can see that. We're happy to have that because we think that women need to step up more in 2024. At least I'm all for that also because I know one perfect balance. I'm all for that. But then she says this.
And of course, a feminist.
And of course, a feminist. Now, I could be wrong, family. Don't get me. I mean, I could definitely be wrong here, Ms. Dujon. I don't know if you're watching, but make it make sense to me real quick. Because growing up and living in America and returning here and seeing certain things over the last 2 decades, especially on social media, especially when it comes to,
Democratic Liberal Party. I believe in gender justice and
that kind of language.
Equality for all men and women.
And gender equality for all men and all women. I would think that, saying I support all genders would be the umbrella and not have to distinguish all men and all women. See that language, Mr. Dujon, I ain't going even front, right? Like if you were sitting side by side, I would, wait, what the fuck? Pardon me. What do you mean by that though? Like, what that mean? Like when you say that, what do you mean exactly? Let's just get it clear for the record, on the record. Somebody, please, I need to elaborate a bit on that. When you say you are a proud woman, we love that. Like, we love that. We love that. That's all good and dandy. But when you say you're a feminist, Ms. Dujon, as a Black woman, and especially in a country like ours, considering what's going on now, especially across the region where Black women have always been getting marginalized. I get that. When you say you're a feminist, what exactly do you mean by that? Because I personally ensure, and you're the Minister of Education, according to Mr. Ralph Thorne. This is where now I don't know. I got a question for you. What do you mean by that? You're a feminist, especially as someone who's going to be sitting in charge of education, educating the children of this country, Barbados, and especially gender equality and gender justice. Not sure what that means. Like I don't have a clue what that means. But then just gender equality for all men and all women. What that mean, man? Like what that mean? Talk to me, somebody, please. Look, I old school, man. I don't know all these young terms and the cliches. Please, somebody, let me see the comments real quick here. Where we at? Why are the Barbadians worrying about the dead man that is digging his own grave? Another woman today is thinking about resigning. Yeah, Undine Whitaker, right? I follow you, man. But no, what I'm saying is Mr. Thorne is being hailed as the savior right now. And that's fine. I don't have an issue with that. I'm just holding Mr. Thorne accountable. I'm holding Mr. Thorne like he would do, like he's a lawyer. He's a minister. The same way he's holding the BLP accountable for what they're doing or not doing or lack thereof. I'm holding him accountable for what he claimed he wants to do. Ms. Dujon is supposed to be the Minister of Education. I love education. I am big on education. But here we are. I just want you to make it clear, when you say you are a feminist from the DLP, I'm not sure what that means, especially when it comes to the gender justice and gender equality. That language is a bit ambiguous to me, and I ain't clear on it, and I just want some clarity, man. I'm sure others might feel the same. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Greetings, brethren. Greetings beyond outrage, yet filled with brotherly adoration. I like that, man. I like that. I like that. I love that, in fact. Beautiful. It doesn't mean a damn thing. We can question him anytime. Well, yeah, but apparently folks don't like the fact. In fact, folks, I'm being told that I'm being paid now by the DLP. Somebody call and tell me that they hear I got a job. I tell them, me have a job. I already have a job, man. I work for His Majesty, man. Haile Selassie the First, man. Straight. You don't believe that? Touch the anointing and watch what happened. Yeah, he said it. Yeah, he said it. It doesn't mean a damn thing. All right, here's a question. How is the BDF wages? I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. Crazy as it is, don't have a clue. Hail up to you too, family. Lioness, how you doing? Empowerment. Listen, wait till later on. We're going to talk empowerment in a minute. In a minute, we're going to talk about it. We can talk about it. I already told Mr. Thorne to go check Akhenaten. You know what I'm saying? We talk to youth. You got it backwards, Mr. Thorne. You got it upside down. Well, let me phrase it. You got it upside down. You got to turn it right side up. Get it? The right side is what's up. Yeah. You got to restore divine order, man. And it start with knowledge itself. Straight up, man. Go to the temple of Luxor. That's what you do. Go study the temple of Luxor. All these brothers involved in some fraternity here and there, I don't know what they're doing, but they need to start studying. Go study the temple of Luxor. Go look up Akhenaten, how he dealt with crime. Go read upon it. You're going to see exactly how to fix this. Culture first, man. The people first. So money and social impact. Listen, all you got to do is take some of that money that they be giving to the hotel sector, the plantation by the sea, and reroute it towards the industry of Barbados and manufacturing, and the children be going to be good. We going to be great. Start importing every damn thing from doors to everything else. There's industries in Barbados that could sustain Barbados, and there's jobs for all the young men. Somebody said these skills. I heard somebody said they lack the skills. I saw another press conference. Somebody said the youth don't have the skills. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. You ain't talking about these youths that we have today. The problem is y'all not putting them in a position where they can get the skills, because most of the people who doing these teaching shouldn't be even teaching in the first place. But being in touch on that one tonight, let me just keep it rolling real quick here. I believe that the real opposition is in this country are the people, because politicians are in their own group and they know each other. Some are friends, even when on opposite sides. This is the gospel truth right here. This is the absolute truth right here. This is facts. All facts, man. Definitely shout out to that. Complete facts, man. Yeah, they're friends, man. They're all part of what is called the political class. So the money get in parliament and talk trash. They all do it. Yet there's only one bar in parliament, just for the records. They drink together, family. You know, drink together. There's vibe together, right? Greetings to you too, family. Watching with the whole family. Baby Lee, shout out to Baby Lee, man. The youngest family, the politically incorrect family, man. Shout out, brethren. Barbados' greatest asset is its people. Until the government puts the people first, Barbados will always be in problems. Facts, man. More facts. More facts. Wait, hold on. More facts, man. More facts. Politics so bitter. It don't better the people. Crime driven by poverty. Facts, brother. Facts. I'm telling you, look, Ralph Thorne. Man, look. This might sound shady, right, Ralph? But you might be paying attention to the wrong platform. See, I'm just telling you, man. Somebody advising you wrong, man. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you this, man.
Somebody advising you wrong.
That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying, Ralph. I'm sorry, Mr. Thorne, pardon me. You know, my grandmother would tell me, yo, you the elder, try to respect your elders. All right, Aunt Rose, I could hear you loud and clear. Mr. Thorne, respectfully. Don't be fooled by Ralph. He does not care about the normal person. Again, right, people, listen, you can't say that. The brother said he wants to make a difference. He stepped up to the plate. You know, they say give him an opportunity. All I'm saying is we have some questions for Mr. Thorne, and I think the questions we ask can empower him, and if he's not aware, it will strengthen him. So it would perhaps add to the value that he's looking to bring to the people. We do have some questions. I think they deserve answers, man. And that's what I'm saying. People, please help me understand this mess. Is the DLP getting paid by the taxpayers' money like the BLP? I do not know, quite frankly. You mean seems they don't sow what crime spell into Barbados with compassion for you. Please type the words carefully. I think that's probably a different message you're referring to. I am not sure. Sounds like the same thing, same talking point to use here in the States. She is another one to keep a close eye on. I'm assuming you mean, what's her name? Kamala Harris. I remember her from, when was that? When that was, man. I don't even know. Sometime way back when she was in California, something like that. I didn't forget her at all. She can't fool me. We would love to see the unnecessary killing stop, but not the military. Well, you know what, man, Beverly, I agree with you. A lot of stuff is happening recklessly and seemingly unnecessary, but there are people who think it is very necessary. And we got to be honest about it. This thing is not happening random. Nobody's just getting up thinking that's going to walk outside and do something, just shoot somebody. That's not how it's happening. And so there are probably other things at play that we are unaware of. And because we are unaware, it is shocking. But in reality, family, nothing just don't happen. You know, things make things happen, man. And we got to be able to discuss it at that level. That's why I'm saying to Mr. Thorne, if you are truly talking about getting all this madness to stop, you can't enforce this to stop. You got to change the mindset of the people who's doing it. Because even if you bring the military on the scene, what do you think the youth scared of the military? You really tell yourself so for real? Like you really tell yourself these youths, all you're going to do is force them to step it up a notch. So although you mean well in what you outline as 4 brilliant initiatives that sound good perhaps for those who are in fear, I'm telling you firsthand, right? As someone who has dealt with this for quite some time, directly and indirectly, through the Caribbean, from Trinidad to Lucia, St. Kitts several times, been to St. Vincent, dealt with stuff there as well. All I'm saying is that that's not the way to go, bro. I don't know who is advising you, but they're advising you wrong. But as far as Ms. Dujon, I don't know what the system meant by that. Like I said, I don't know what it is. Somebody's saying feminist is not about balance and equality of the sexes. That is a deep, that's so, you know what, the conundrum, you know, this is the paradox of this particular enigma, because feminist is not about balance and equality of the sexes. Deep, man. I'm telling you, man. Maybe Dujon may got to pay attention to this particular. In fact, I think she's from St. Lucia. Not saying that that's for or against. I think that as Caribbean people, we see a lot of things going on in the Americas. We hear a lot of people talk the Americas about feminists and all this kind of stuff. Black women ain't got no right being involved in no feminist agenda. That's a white woman thing. If you do the history on it, that ain't got nothing to do with the black woman. Black woman had never been at war with her man about anything. She had not been in the position of power to be at war for power. What they've done is marginalize the men and promote the women in our community. That's what they've done. Then they force the black woman to side with them by making it seem like you don't need him. You don't hear no other race talking about, I don't need no man, I don't need no man, I don't need no man, I good. Nah, those sisters. You've been hoodwinked and bamboozled. And Ms. Dujon, I don't know what you mean by that. So I'm just asking question. She said gender justice. I don't know that justice has gender. Justice is justice. Sean, this is what I'm saying, my brother. She got me beat bad with this one. In fact, if I didn't know no better, good night, elder. Good night, brethren, and to all as well. Love. Tyrone, help me here, Tyrone. Man and woman. And no, oh, man. Ain't no studio genders. We're not going to deal with that. But hold on, though. All I'm saying is it means we have another political table filled with emptiness for the people. Like I said, as long as I've known the sister, she's always been speaking out for the rights of the people. I know that for sure. Those 3 statements, I am very unclear. I am unclear. Is Mr. Thorne a feminist too? I'm just asking. Yo, Noel, Stop it, man. Stop it. You gotta be kidding me. Once the ruling party is causing the country to suffer, the opposition is always portrayed as a savior until they get the opportunity to run the country, and then they script changes. Motley versus Stewart. Facts, man. I telling you, man. I telling you, man. You hit the nail. It's the proverbial nail. The proverbial nail, man. The proverbial nail on the head, man. That's all I can tell you, man. That's all I can tell you, man. This is just crazy, crazy. Skills training, make beautiful furniture, doors, etc., etc. Yeah, Brian. Folks, definitely applaud your comments for sure. I see it for myself. Most of them are friends. Facts. How many chances do we keep giving these government tires? I'm telling you. Wait, Clarks, listen, greetings from the Clark family. Where y'all been, man? I'm about to send Black Lion Security to look for y'all, man. Greetings to all the Clark family. We'll see y'all in a minute. Trust that everybody is well. All is well. All is well. Listen, family, just some questions, man. I was saying it earlier, Aman. I mean, I was going to drop a verse. I think that I want to share something that I think is very important. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I asked if Thorne is a feminist too is because he's getting rid of the females completion. No, women don't like competing against each other. I don't know if he's getting rid of them. I think they're just leaving because those who are resigning from the DLP are leaving because they felt or they feel like the situation has reached a point where they put so much into the DLP, so much blood, sweat, and tears into the DLP, and to see how it unfolded last weekend, Sunday, when they were, systematically locked out and then left out in a thunderstorm, and it really was a thunderstorm. One of them freak kind of storms just popped up, and I know I chanted that, but anyhow, unfortunately, it's an indictment by itself, and in fact, let me let this young lady here off the hook temporarily, because I don't want anybody to think that I'm picking on the young lady. I don't understand that question, so I'm just asking, for a friend. I'm still here, okay. Tim said some of the guns on the streets much bigger than what military has used, and military will just make it worse. It's a fact. It's a fact, man. It's a fact. I still hear, we here listening, fam. That's all right. I give thanks to you, family, all day, every day. But I wanna drop in this message real quick from the elder, one of the elders, because there's a thing that speaks to what we are discussing. And Mr. Thorne, again, this is just me advising, sharing advice for you, man. You got to change your lifestyle of the youths. That's what it is. And until we address that from a cultural perspective, the military and the law is not going to make things go away. All you're going to do is cause things to get worse. And that's a fact. And if that is your objective, then you can't really represent the people, man. And that means that you're not really about the people. So I sincerely hope that you get this message, because we spoke tonight at the Frank Coleman Hall. You know that. And I didn't even know that was something that you were hosting. I know the elder said he was going. I figured, why not? It's on the youth. I'm all for the youth. I work with the youth all day, every day, sometimes stepping over boundaries as well. But nevertheless, we do what we do. But my thing is that like I said it that night. I don't think that, we approach this with the right mindset. And until we can get to that space where we can sit and have that kind of dialogue, yes, there needs to be a dialogue, then that is definitely not the right approach for sure. And so I like to think that if you actually go about, you talk about, well, I can't knock you on the stance with the whole peace program and the whole football thing, it's a start, but it can't be it's the beginning, but it can't be the end. So it's at least this point we should wake up. But I want to say this to you, Mr. Thorne, and again, it's not an indictment, but one of my teachers, one of my elders, one of my teachers, if you don't know him, you can maybe get a chance. You can go and see him as well. And he's an elder, Yusuf Ben, you know, so I don't know if you ever heard of him, but Dr. Ben has a lot to share when it comes to us as a people and us as a culture. And I want to play a clip that he's one of his famous clips that I think is very important to what we're discussing. And what happened on Sunday afternoon, like I said, I think you need to revisit that. Ain't nothing wrong making a mistake. We all make mistakes, especially if you're being advised incorrectly. But when you recognize you've made an error, one must respectfully do the noble thing and take a knee, you know, and reevaluate and come forward. But let me let the elder talk for a minute here. Let me just go back a bit because it's not much. Let me just go back a bit here. Yeah, let me go back a bit here.
Show me how you treat your woman, and I show you the condition of your race. Thank you.
Yeah, I gonna let that play again, man. I think that needs to play again, like I said, man, Mr. Thorne, because in reality, the reason I stopped was because I see a whole group of elders out there, you know, Joyce and Udine and Undine and like I said, Betty and a whole bunch of other ones that I would have met there. And, you know, just interacting with them, hearing their plea, you know, I made it my business to try to intercede. And I spoke with the brother Adrian. I'm sure he told you that by now. But in all reality, man, you can't treat the women that way. I don't know how much men wrong you supporting that kind of. Yes, they upset. We know women get when they get emotional, like as man to man. Everybody talk they man and man and man and man. Well, men don't condone that kind of thing. Men do not condone that. Men does not support that. Men do not endorse that. There ain't nothing wrong with them being wrong and wanting to be heard, that there's a way to do it. What you're not going to do is come in here and disrupt the evening program for sure. As a man, put your foot down, be firm, not be aggressive, but be firm. But more importantly, what you can't do is treat them that way. That's just not acceptable, man. And anybody who telling you that was okay, they advise you wrong, man.
Show me how you treat your woman, and I show you the condition of your race.
You want to see the condition of Barbados? All we got to do is look how these politicians treat the women. I mean, look around. Because if we start to empower the women and get the men on board, as a people, we could save ourselves. We do not need a politician to come and tell us how this thing going and how it's not going. We already know what we need to do. So what he said, he is removing the ones that are going to give him and Mia some problems. I don't know, man. Shout out to Fade and the Fade family, man. It's at the point I don't even check for the politicians' things. Fade, third party, we ready to go forward. No, wait, hold up, Daffodil. No, I gotta pull the brakes on that with Daffodil now. Listen, Barbados National Congress family, remember that. Fade family, man. Shout out to the whole Fade family, man. We give thanks. We give thanks, man. It said Mia or Miss or Glory Rowe. Miss or Mrs. McGlory Rowan. Howdy, how you? I keep telling you, Noel, this is not the dating platform. This is not the site for that. But feel free to send a message. If you want me to send a message, I'll pass it on. More than happy to pass it on for you, man. Yes, Miss Agar. Sorry, Jason. Yes, Jason. Mr. John Henrik Clark as well, for sure. You know what's going on. You know what's going on. Godspeed, that's right. So I say, Ras, you dig up Dr. Ben. If I dig up Dr. Ben, nah, I ain't got to dig up Dr. Ben. Dr. Ben be on repeat, brother. We don't make that kind of sport about here. We make that kind of sport. Everything for everybody though, because again, some folks need milk. Some folks ain't ready for that kind of roughage right there. That would make folks choke. But I'm going to definitely send to Mr. Thorne, you cannot treat the women like that. You can't lock them out, let them outside in the rain though. That is definitely not cool. And if that's the kind of mindset you have, well, I can see why you want to bring the military for the youths. Somebody advising you wrong, Mr. Thorne. I ain't sure who, I ain't sure where, I ain't sure how.
somebody advising you wrong.
Definitely wrong, Mr. Thorne.
They can't be your friends and your allies when they're advising you wrong.
Can't be. Cannot be, man. Anyhow, I love Miss Watson. Yes, Mr. Clark. Yes, we all have grown. We have all me personally, and a lot of folks have shared it on here. Appreciate how she tackled the the administrators and the BLP in Parliament. I mean, she be putting in that work. I'm not saying the other brother that's now not gonna put in work, but again, there were some things that were said as to why she was removed. Mr. Thorne said he ain't speaking on it. Well, he has a right to say that. And if you don't want to speak on it, he ain't got to speak on it. Straight. At some point, I guess she would speak on it. I mean, see how that goes, man. If not, we just going to keep pushing forward, man. Straight up. Truth, that's right. Yes, she is real. Emmanuel Borrelia, you fighting it, but feared is it. We getting licked them for 6 just now. Daffodil, shh. They sleeping on us, man. I know they sleeping. That's good. That's very good. Let them fight at the top. Toward the art of war. Yeah. Did it already, so we can do it again. Battle of Adwa. One perfect balance. You hear? Do John. Probably some of Monica. Probably some on. Well, I'm not sure what it's referring to. Somebody said, and he needs to stop listening to certain platforms. Nah, you can't. Well, I wouldn't recommend that. I mean, Marcia does a lot of work. She's been doing a lot of work. She's been putting in work for a long time. So, in all reality, she done a lot of work in the community. She advised a lot of folks going back to COVID and whatnot. If at this point, they support Mr. Thorne as well, that's fine. That's his people. That's all good. I'm simply saying where they stop asking certain questions, well, we'd answer the other questions. They answer some, we answer some, everybody answer some. The media house answer some. Everybody have a chance to have some questions answered by Mr. Thorne at some point in the future. So what else we got? I firmly believe that all the theatrics is to have one party to lead us into their planned dictatorship, but that's only if we allow it. Listen, man, again, I got to say this. I got to say it. Powerful. Somebody's asking what FADE stands for. FADE stands for Focus, Analyze, Develop, and Execute. That was part of a program that we were looking to put in motion. The time back, Lumumba 90 BIAP program family. Actually, I got that from Lumumba. He saw that and experience he had. And we had it for such a long time. My thing is the initiative, the idea of focusing, analyzing, developing, and executing basically is about finding solutions. It's about finding solutions. So seeing as how Solution Barbados was already pretty much taken, we ran with FADE. We ran with the same idea that we're going to focus. We're going to analyze the situation in Barbados in terms of what's going on, these issues. We're going to develop a strategy to deal with them, and we're going to find a way to execute them. That's the bottom line. And out of that came Barbados National Congress. So that's where we're at right now. And if you're interested in knowing about FADE or what's going on in FADE, there's a number on the screen. Feel free to send it a message and type in FADE. Send a WhatsApp message, call direct, type in FADE. If you want to support in any way, get information. We're working on it. I ain't saying we got all the answers, but we definitely got a lot of questions. And those questions generate responses. We tried something, if it don't work, we tweak, we keep moving forward. It's about progress. It's about working. It's about not needing the politicians to tell you that you got to do work or wait till they get in office to do work. Like, we ain't waiting on nobody. Anybody waiting on no politician to tell us go ahead? Like, nah, we're not into that culture. That's not our culture. We're not into that. We're not into that. We see a light bulb want fixing, we fix it. Simple. Man, woman, child. Power of the Trinity or animal if they seek shelter and I can accommodate them. Then that's what I will do. I wasn't to be good. Wait, hold on. I wasn't to be good to some and cruel to right. Well, I wasn't to be good to some and cruel to others. But that's just me Everyone's different. Now I agree with that. Like I said, in fact, that day I was waiting to see Mr. Thorne myself. And literally, in fact, I told Adrian, I told Mr. Eswick, I told a few of the people when Thorne comes before I want to have a word with him, because my thing is, you need to address this. I think you should address it, because had you addressed it, it would have worked off in your favor, because in reality, you know, it would have showed why you have that E in your name. The E would have stand for the empathy, Thorne, Thorne with an E. The E in your name is supposed to be empathy. Because without the empathy, you just a thorn. You get it? Not everybody gonna get that though, but let that go. I just think that, but I never got the chance to have the word with him. I went back outside to help the others in the rain and stuff. And I think he probably came at that time. But the point is, that's how it went down, family. But anyhow, Miss Watson is a well-respected lawyer, female people advocate for the people in Barbados. She deserves better. Well, Noel, like I said, there's some, fade for. Shout out to Maria, man, the whole fade family. Yes, y'all already know, man. My thing is that Marcia Weeks needs to be more neutral when it comes to politics. She only listens to one side, and she is being brainwashed and speaks NM with such passion. Well, like I said, I think that Miss Weeks has done a lot of work, a lot of good work. I don't know if she's one-sided or not. I like to think that she is intelligent enough to remain. You know what? I ain't got a clue what Marcy Weeks doing. I know Marcy Weeks is for the people. She pushes for the program. She's had several marches. I've been a part of a few. She have different campaigns downtown with speaking events. I've been involved in some. So I know she's working. And so I know she's working. So there's no question whether she's working or not. So whether she's biased or not, I don't know. But I do know she's working. That I do know for sure. Daffodil, Ralph don't care about having conversations with people. He is arrogant. Nah, man. He said he's going to come on politically incorrect. He said he would come. I don't know if he's still open to the idea, but I don't doubt he would come. I actually think he would come. And we can ask some of the same questions like Ralph. But if you're watching Ralph, if somebody's telling you, you need to pay attention that them 4 policies as a start, nah, homie. Back to the drawing board with that one. And back to the drawing board. If you need some more advice or some, holler at me, the numbers on the screen. In fact, I ain't got to tell you, you already have it. So that's that. Anyhow, family, I was listening to Marcia and she was talking about my lady Watson and I put her off my TV. Whoa. Listen, family, look, I'm not making excuses for anybody, but like I said, I know Marcia is working. She's been working for a while. I don't know what happened on that program. I don't know. So I can't speak on why I don't know. I would have to go and watch it and see what you're referring to there. I don't think Marcia would have said anything bad about her. I don't think so at all. I think we were all supporting her when she was out there putting in the work. I mean, I had her on my program several times. In fact, I would like to have her on all now. Maybe I should give her a call and see what happens. Why not? Ross, I should be in Barbados for a rum food festival in October. Am I still in for a new t-shirt? Yes, your t-shirt is here somewhere. I still have your shirt. Noel. Yes. I feel she is one-sided. Well, if she is, she has a right to be. If she's a Democratic supporter, I think she's made it clear that she supports the opposition. I think that's what she said more than one occasion. So I think if it was the other way around, she probably would support Mia. Because like I said, from my knowledge, she supports the people. So outside of that, I can't speak on nothing else, man. But she was beaten up on Miss Watson. It was a turn off when she was speaking. Really? Wait, hold on. I don't believe that. So don't do that. I don't know that. Look, man, this is not what this is. We ain't gonna be trying to interrogate Marcia Weeks on the politically incorrect. I call her, invited to come do an interview and she could express herself. But we come on the same night, so that probably wouldn't work. You know what I mean? That probably wouldn't work. But nah, Marcia is doing work, man. Let her do the work she's called to do. Loyal sons and daughters, all. I don't have to like or agree with my boss, or sit in his office to do my job effectively. I agree. Once I am respectful, that's most important. Again, man. Sharon. I spoke to Mr. Thorne last week. He don't even want to answer. When you say you don't want to answer, what do you mean exactly, Sharon? Give me some insight on that exactly. Sean said I would bet $1 million that Ralph won't come on the show. Man, shucks. I think it's a win-win. If he don't come, I'll take the $1 million. If he come, that's worth $1 million. You know, I think if he wants to really speak for the people, I think he should sit with people who definitely disagree with him. And that would show a lot of strength for one. And also, like I said, nobody's coming on here to attack no Mr. Thorne. And I ain't want to let nobody come in the comments attacking anybody that comes on this program. But what I would say is that I would like to have some questions we have answered or share some opinions and ideas so we could do what's best for the nation as a whole. It's about what's best for Barbados, not what's best for Ralph Thorne, best for DLP or BLP or whoever P or whichever P. It's about what's best for this nation. And that's what Barbados National Congress is all about. The whole, not the half, not the side, not the quarter, but the all, man. That's what's up. She literally called her a liar. Look, you know what? Yeah, send me a link, man. Send me a link. Let's look at it, because y'all can't be serious, man. Y'all ain't gonna be talking about Marcia like that. Nah, I can't. Nah. Y'all. Tell me y'all exaggerating a bit. Don't do that, because like I said, she put a lot of work in. So I can't buy that. We are all educated people here, Ross. Read between the statements that was being said. All right, I'm gonna send me a link. I'm gonna check it out, man. These people believe that Ralph Thorne is heaven sent. They will soon be lifting him from his car. Man, you know, I kind of feel the same way. But if he is, you know, Ralph for the past 6 months was a problem to himself. Barbados needs a new party. True. Shout out to Sky Brown, by the way. Big shout out to Sky Brown. Ralph got the message from here a long time. He is not going to come, but I wish he would. Well, you know what? We gonna see, man. Yes, she called her a liar. That's crazy. I don't look, family. Like I said, right? This thing then going to a whole nother level. And like I said, my only interest in what's best for the people as a whole, Barbados. You see, so I don't want us to think that this is cool, because it's not cool. And we gonna make some things happen, man. People talk about, you know. Well, I took the advice that folks were telling me and also sending me. But my mother ain't raised no fool, man. My mother ain't never raised no fool. I made some unwise decisions, but I was never a fool. My grandmother, and you know, she was a praying grandmother. I love her for that. And you know, my grandmother ain't raised no fool. In fact, if I look through my entire family, there ain't no fools in my family, period. Period. So I'm not so ignorant that I would come and quote unquote cite myself with some politician, when a politician, like I said, ain't never did nothing for me. God bless the child who have his own. And I give thanks to all my family, all the people who support me directly and indirectly. Y'all know who you are. And that's where my love and loyalty lies, man. Straight up. But what I seen going on, yeah, I could speak on that though. And ain't no politician could tell me I can't say nothing. I don't care what cybercrime bill they billing or whatever they doing. That don't even apply to me. Period. However, there are folks who are very concerned about it, and I understand the concerns, but in reality, who that bill really going to impact the most? Like, think about it. The average person is not going on social media and committing cyber crimes or whatever they want to call it. Those who are already hacking and committing crimes, they're going to keep doing it. It's just how they live their life. They understand the consequences. The bill ain't going to turn them. The bill is to stop people like platforms like myself or perhaps Marcia's platform or any other platform from addressing these issues that they don't want nobody to be talking about. But I don't know about the others, man, but the cybercrime bill does not apply to me, going or coming. They aren't left. They left me feeling the same way, and I was a supporter. Well, all the other races that are financially stable don't always agree or even like each other. Facts. But they agree on the bottom line, and that's the money. So we need to get out of our feelings and unite, man. And unite. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Totally agree. And that's the problem right here in Barbados, you know. We're disenfranchised. And everybody know it. Why you don't hear the Indian community screaming Ralph Thorne, Ralph Thorne? Why you don't even hear the white Bajans screaming Ralph Thorne, opposition? Great, great, wonderful. Why you not hearing the Chinese that are here or the Syrian that are here? Or better yet, hold on. Check this out. Or the Palestinians that are here as merchants and got businesses all about Bridgetown, that we the indigenous, we the original, we the Africans, black, whatever you want to call yourself, Ethiopia. Why is it that we support all these cultures? Everything they sell in every van, every corner. They beep, and we supporting every one of them. But we disenfranchised. And these politicians do all they do for them, going and coming year after year, election after election, and we still end up with the least every single time. And we can't come to the realization it's because we disenfranchised. We don't have a community. We don't have a community. We have a community now, Barbados National Congress. Show it to Fed, and we growing. I don't know nothing about no politician or politics, man. But what I know, right? All these other cultures and races have a community. And their community is respected by all these politicians. All. The reason why we lack the respect, we ain't got a community. We got a few groups here and there, and that's about it. A few halls here and there, and that's about it. But we gonna get there, man. We gonna get there. I put a hidden hashtag. I was being shady tonight too, and I did put it. In fact, I put a Proverbs, man. Proverbs 26 verse 9. I'm just gonna leave it right there. I'm just gonna leave it right there, man. Family, we gotta wake up, family. We got to wake up, man. We got to wake up. We got to pay attention to what's going on around us. She said, you yourself is a politician in your own right, Emmanuel. No, Daffodil, I am not a politician. I have never studied politics. I don't know nothing about politics except one thing. The word poly and tick as one word, to me, is two words. Poly, that means multiple, and tick is a bloodsucker. Ticks on the animals is a bloodsucker. So I don't know if they mean multiple checks or multiple bloodsuckers, but I know that I deal with governance and Rastafari, man. So if being seen as a politician is the term, well, if the hat fit. But me personally, man, we about governance, man. Governing, it's all about governance. Yep, speech then cybercrime. Yeah, speech then cybercrime. Yeah, but that's all right. Let them do what they do, Sean. Stephen say he carries himself like one, Noel. I'm not sure what you're referring to, but that's in between. I'm trying to keep up with the comments. Oh, I saw that one. Okay, let me come down some more. Hang on. Say Ras, because black so-called elites educate crooks, fools would sell their mother to fit in. It's called black self-worth. And therein lies the problem, Noel. That's what we lack. That's what the youths lack. the culture aspect of things. And that's what we got to address. We got to address this from that level. Give them their sense of pride, man. Give them their culture back. Let them know who they are. Let them know who they are. Teach them knowledge of self. Teach them knowledge of self, man. The temple of Luxor. The temple of Luxor. That's what we got to deal with, man. All the people who are knocking Sister Marcia have not listened to all her facts. Marcia disputed whose name was or wasn't on the list of which she had a copy. Sometimes we are too emotional. Yeah, well, see, that's again, I'm not even sure what folks are referring to, but if she's speaking about the list of whose names was on or off of that list, well, I don't know who names was on or off. What I wanted to know was who wrote the list. That's what I wanted to know. Who compiled the list was my question. I wasn't too much interested in who name was on it or off it. And in fact, if she said that her name was on a list, I don't know if she did say that. I think she said she didn't get back in, then they let her in. I don't know if she said it was on the list or not, but nevertheless, somebody would have had to said something to somebody because folks at the gate was just following orders. I don't think they made any inclination on their own as far as who's who. So somebody would have said something, whether it was said on. In fact, I'm suspecting that majority of the people who were not let in might not have been on a list either, but were identified by party members who were at the gate that said, nah, not she or not he. So although it might have been, the issue with the list, who was on a list or not on a list, in reality, I am certain that people were not entered or people were not granted entrance that were not on that list. I'm almost sure I could say that directly. And so it's only fair that, we look at the list, perhaps, maybe I should get my hands on a copy list. I don't need a list though. What I'm saying is, folks should never been locked out in the first place, man. There should never have been a list at all. That should have been dealt with the day in front in a more amicable way so that the following day we wouldn't even have had to worry about a list. We would have been all on the same page. We talk about leadership. Well, I guess, we'll see what happens, man. That's right. It starts from babies to know themselves, who they truly are. Shout out to Baby Lee again. I live in Africa and I see how those so-called black politicians do sell themselves out to those others, man. Yeah, well. Somebody said, Aunts Gabby, he had a list. Okay, wait, when you say Gabby, who you mean? Like the guy who sang the song? Wait, hold up. Yeah, Gabby was there. I did see Gabby, in fact. I did see Gabby, now that you mention it. Yeah, I did see Gabby. I asked Gabby, what's up with the songs, man? He said he's still writing. I said, well, I ain't hearing nothing. So I ain't know. Well, we're not going to debate whether Marcia was right or wrong. What we're going to say is this, family. Every man have a right to decide his own destiny. And in this judgment, there shall be no partiality. And that's what it is, man. So that's, what time is it, family? Well, 1.5 hours, man. We up out of here, family. But I thank you all for sharing your time, your energy, your synergy. I'm going to put that Dr. Ben link up as well. I know I didn't put the other one earlier. I don't think it was necessary, but I'm going to post that link right there for those who are interested in watching the whole lecture. It's an absolute must. Somebody get this to Mr. Thorne. Maybe this could add some insight to him as well. But go look up the Temple of Luxor, man, and look up Akhenaten. I'm not beating up on her. We're going to call BS. Facts. Straight up. I totally agree. So let's see if we get Sister Dujon to come on the program and share with us as Minister of Education what her plans are for the education of the youth of this country. And also to clear up 1 or 2 issues with this feminist gender equality for men and women. and gender justice. What exactly are those terms? Exactly. What exactly are those terms? I think it was said best some time ago when someone was outlining their all-time favorite comment for the evening. I made a star on it. Feminist is not balance and equality of the sexes. I definitely must agree with that. So having said that, family, we are part of here, man. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Yes, family, one balance. Night. I got a tune for you to take us out if she lost track. Wait. I ain't sure. Wait, Tyrone, what do you mean by that one? Which song is that? Help me here, man. Help me here with that one. I had a tune though. I had an interesting tune, believe it or not. I had a tune. Y'all may not know this tune though, man. This isn't a regular tune though, man. Wait. Before you get it, let me see this song here. Listen. Ron, greetings. Good night. See you in Barbados soon. All right, Noel. I can make sure she get them. I'm sure she's still on. She got the message, man. Like I ain't gonna pass some numbers around. We gotta do a date tonight or something. Y'all are too much, man.
Yo, Wizard. Send us up to the time.
All right, Tyrone, I see you.
You know it's
I gotta look for that one. I ain't sure that one.
The teacher. The vibes principal. I see them moving whimsical. Poor people. Let me tell you this, society no have no heart. All them attack, them still not do nothing for you. Society no have no heart. This one bag of promise, no action. What's the use? Society no have no heart. All them attack, them still not do nothing for you. Society no have no heart. But we didn't know that from start.
Please, baby. I heard you, Jackie. Society ain't got no heart, man. You can't put the military on the youth, Mr. Thorne. I don't know who advising you at all, man.
The teacher. The vibes principal.
Somebody advising you wrong, Mr. Thorne.
Poor people.
Don't know who, but.
Let me tell you this, society no have no heart. All them attack, them still not do nothing for you. Society no have no heart. This one bag of promise, no action. What's the use? Society no have no heart. All them attack, them still not do nothing for you. Society no have no heart. But we did know that from start. Them sponsorship sinking. Them and them dirty devil soup where them give it be drinking. Coulda kingfisher kingpin. Them remind me of the Ku Klux Klan. Back in the day when black man a get lynching. The Commonwealth give the wealth to Matalan and mischief.
I got you.
You have thick skin. Them divide with the rule. That's why the death our politics bring. Tell you this. Society no have no heart. All them attack, them still not do nothing for you. Society no have no heart. This one bag of promise, no action. What's the use? Society no have no heart. All them attack, them still not do nothing for you. Society no have no heart. But we did know that from start. We no see no factory.
Know that from start, family. We know it from start. Society don't have no heart. Want to bring the military for the youths. That is madness, like absolute madness, man. You can't be serious. Listen, Stepping Into Light coming on tomorrow at 7 p.m. Bay Hill Radio with Ras Bishai. We're going to find a way to stream that live tomorrow at 7 right here on Politically Incorrect. Bishai. Tell your studio guy to holler at my studio lady, and we're going to make it happen, man. We're going to find a way to do it. One way or the other. We're going to figure it out, man. It's high time. So tomorrow, tune in Tuesday, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Bishai, we're going to talk in the earlier day. We're going to figure it out. We're going to make it happen. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Blessings to you two all day, every day. We don't know what time it is, man. Somebody say, Rashberry, we need to touch on the under-education youth in Barbados. Don't worry, we're going to promote agriculture as well. Definitely promoting agriculture for sure. This what's up, though, man. Having said that, though, we got another tune here by Special Request. That's the request. Yes, right. Beverly, got a phone for you, Beverly.
Bless the soul and bless the soul. Guide and protect us. Bless the soul and bless the soul. Bless the soul. Oh, she lost track. Couldn't get the monkey off her back. Oh, oh no. Well, she's trapped in her illusions, yeah. And she's running from herself. Running from herself. She lost her mind. She's like a prisoner serving time. Oh, yeah. Still she wanna find herself, but she's running out of time. Running out of time. She said, what am I gonna do now? Where am I gonna hide? Then she cried again. She said she wanna get out without a door, but she just can't find a door. Oh, yeah.
Go to the family in NYC.
She got
Go to the family in NYC. Y'all already know, family.
from off the crack. Oh,
Go to the family in Dominica. Y'all already know, man. Dominica, big up yourself.
she cries in desperation.
Dominica,
Stronger than her will.
Antigua,
Stronger than her will.
Lucia, Vincent, Grenada,
She lost the soul.
Trinidad, the Empress in Trinidad,
Nerves of the streets.
Guyana, Puerto Rico, and the whole crew, the Daki and the family. Well, get life.
But she craves another heat.
People,
Craves
man.
another heat. Yeah, she goes now. Well, she's been messing around with her own stuff. With her own stuff. And she's been hanging around. Turned around place. Turned around time. She lost track. Couldn't get the monkey off her back. Whoa, oh no, no. Well, she's trapped in her illusions, yeah. And she's running from herself. Running from herself. She lost her mind. She's like a prisoner serving time. No one will. If she wanna find herself, but she's